Hello everyone. Never thought I'd be doing this, but here we are. So we've got the channel back. I'll explain a bit how we got there. It's quite simple, basically. Sunday morning, around 10:30 in the morning, I got a request for a sign-in on my Gmail. And okay, I thought that was strange. Then all of a sudden I get also a two-step verification, and then I get another notification that something was changed, and literally within a couple of minutes everything had been changed. I was completely locked out, was gone. The immediate thing that I was curious about checking was my YouTube channel, because I'd known about these scams for quite a while. There were a couple of YouTube channels, one very high number in subscribers, which was about 15 million. Linus Tech Tips, if any of you are familiar with him, I'm sure you are. His channel got compromised in a similar way. So okay, nothing was working to get it back. Nothing. They completely changed all the two-step verifications. They added a USB security key. So I was practically locked out. So my first action was to try and recover as many accounts linked with that Gmail. So kind of my Amazon, any game accounts like EA or Nintendo or anything like that. It's obviously all kinds of software related to that, and especially my Steam. And basically I'm going to go explaining what happened to kind of hopefully maybe it helps someone in the future not get their Gmail hacked, because apparently Gmail hacking has become quite commonplace. The thing with Gmail, it's one ecosystem, so everything is contained within it. You've got YouTube, you've got Gmail, you've got Google Drive, you've got photos, calendar, you've got all sorts of things related to Gmail these days. Right, so what I did then, after securing most of my things, getting everything sorted out with the bank just in case everything was fine there, I found a guy online, because there's no real way to recover your Google account usually. And what he did was create a Twitter and get in touch to Team YouTube on Twitter. And I did the same thing. And literally within 30 minutes I got a response. So over the course of 36 hours, we managed to get all this sorted, so we're kind of okay. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, because unfortunately one of the devices which was used, which was a mobile device, is still linked to the account and they can't remove it. I'm trying to get Google to remove it, and I'll try to explain how I think this happened. So if any of you are familiar with abandonware, or similar sites like that, it's generally software which is no longer available for download in a legitimate manner. You can't buy the software anymore. You'd have to buy just a physical disc. So it's basically kind of like lost media in a sense, but not lost. It's just hard to get in an easy way and a safe way. So years ago when I was young, I had a PS2. Everyone had a PS2 pretty much. And there was this particular racing game I really used to enjoy, and it's also available on PC, which is called Juiced. I don't know if any of you are aware of it, but it's a pretty good game. I don't really game much anymore, so what I do is I do play old games just to pass the time when I've got some downtime from work. And basically I was trying to look for a legitimate place to download it. I tried torrents, didn't work. Then I checked various websites, and they're not all quite legitimate, so you don't really know what you're getting. The website would be secure. You'd know if a website is insecure or not, but unfortunately if a file, an executable, is compromised, it'll run some sort of either a keylogger or some kind of program. I don't really know how sophisticated they are these days, but you get the gist of it. And I downloaded this game a couple of days prior. Yeah, then basically, the first thing that I noticed that happened was Saturday. My Facebook was logged out, but I managed to get back in. I'm guessing they didn't manage to get access to my Facebook. So alright, so what I did, I created a backup email from my Facebook and changed that just in case, because I wasn't sure what was going on. Because I didn't have a backup email on my Facebook, I do now. I didn't think much of my Gmail because I didn't really get any kind of notification that I was in any danger on my Gmail. So I go to bed that night. In the morning I wake up to these notifications and oh shit. And that's basically it. That's how it happened. So the gist of it is, be careful where you download your games, especially if it's old software like that. So if you can, make sure it's a legitimate source. It's always very difficult when it comes to this kind of stuff because publishers don't give us any other option. You know, if they make a game like that available to purchase for say 5, 10, 15 euro or something like that, it would make life much easier for the person, you know. We don't really have time to stay mucking around if possible. If the option's available to purchase, it's always better. So yeah, I'm not going to be playing that game anytime soon unless I get a physical disc, which you know, laptops these days, they don't have a CD drive, so you have to stay getting an adapter and those sorts. And so that's basically what happened. We've got the account back, all the videos are back up. Thankfully they were able to recover the channel, because at first they just recovered my Gmail but not the channel. But now we're good to go. I've made sure to make a backup. You know, as most of you guys comment on my Facebook and YouTube, it's a nostalgia thing. It's a nostalgia thing even for myself, because that's kind of part of our childhoods. You know, I played the game between the ages of 16 and 20ish, I want to say, something like that, 2021. By which time then I was like, you know, it's time to move on to more important things as they happen to be. Though I understand I had a much younger audience than I was, so I do see some of the old comments, and you know, that's even comments that people leave now, that they grew up watching Metin 2 videos like mine. And it's, I kind of understand that, because I'm the same way with other forms of media. Like I'm a very big Dragon Ball Z fan, for example, the whole Dragon Ball franchise as a whole, and I get that kind of feeling. It's you know, you don't want to lose that media, to become lost media essentially, and yeah, that's basically it. I don't think I have anything else to say. But I'm not playing Metin anymore. I'm sorry, it's been years now, and it's just, as a game, it takes up so much time and energy to play the game, and it's not something you can really play casually. If I was used to playing a certain way, and it's so competitive, and you need to spend literally 80 to 90% of your life playing this game. It's not something realistic for an adult, you know, unless you're retired. That's something different. But no, I'm not going back to Metin in any capacity. I just play a game here and there in the evening when I'm done at work, and that's basically it. You know, I play some old games. I play some Sims 2, for example, some GTAs, some Nintendo games. Just played the new Tears of the Kingdom from Zelda. I just don't have time for games which take up so much of your life. Unfortunately, that's a matter of reality. There's no getting away from that. I had promised once a couple of years ago that after I posted my last video, that I'd make a live stream of sorts, so maybe I'll get around to do that. But I guess you can kind of get that with this video to explain a bit what's going on with that. But no, unfortunately, no Metin 2 videos, so doesn't make any sense anymore anyway. But basically, don't know if anyone's still watching. This is gonna be a bit of a long rant, I guess. What I'm doing now is I have my own full-time business, and I'm very dedicated to that, and I need to take care of it. it's basically like what method was. It's a full-time job. You know, I spent countless hours working on it. So that's where we're at. If any of you ever want to get in touch, feel free. You know, it's not a problem at all. I'll happily reply. I've still got the Facebook page there for a reason, because I know it's a point of reference where a lot of people can get in touch with me if they want to say hi or whatever. The page was practically dead for the longest time, obviously, because I don't use it. But I was surprised that a lot of people still saw the posts I've been making. It's interesting. It would be great to go back to a simpler time in our lives. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Be very careful where you download your stuff, because I'm pretty sure that's how they got me. You know, they take advantage of knowing a game is so rare. These kinds of software, which are hard to get, are obviously going to be easier kinds of targets. So that's it. Have a great day, have a great week, and maybe we'll see you soon.